to the version of me reading this in a room that feels a little too quiet, in a life that feels like a book with the best chapters already torn out. I am writing this to you from the only timeline that matters, the one where you finally stop looking at the clock. I am sitting in the raw, timeless energy of a version of us that knows that late is a word invented by people who are too afraid to start. I don't know what your social media feed looked like today. I don't know how many success stories you scrolled past that made you feel like you're running a race you've already lost. I don't know if you're staring at your 30s, 40s, or 50s like they're a prison sentence instead of a foundation. But I know that cold, heavy knot in your stomach, the one that tells you that you've missed your window, that your potential has an expiration date, and that you are just a late bloomer who forgot to bloom. I know the crushing weight of the what-ifs. I see you navigating this modern American landscape, a world that fetishizes youth and treats the passage of time like a steady decline into irrelevance. You are living in a society that sells you the lie that if you haven't made it by a certain age, you are just background noise. You've become an expert at comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. You are living in an era where the noise of other people's milestones is drowning out the rhythm of your own heart. You feel like a ghost wandering through a life that should have been yours, looking back at the versions of you that made mistakes, that took the wrong turns, that stayed too long in places they didn't belong. You think you've wasted your years. But I have a secret for you, and it's a radical one. Those weren't lost years. They were root years. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you've been tricked into thinking that life is a race with a single finish line. No, isn't. No's a garden, and some of the most magnificent things on this earth take the longest to grow. I see the way you treat your past like a crime scene. I see you mourning the person you should have been by Zoe. You've convinced yourself that because you didn't start that business at 22, or find that love at 25, or reach that pinnacle at 30, that the window has slammed shut forever. You think that the version of you that was full of fire and reckless hope is dead, replaced by someone who is just getting through the day. But look at your spirit. Truly look. That restlessness, that feeling that there is still something huge inside of you, waiting to break out, that isn't a sign that you're late. That is the sign that the fire is still burning. It's just been waiting for you to stop trying to measure no with a calendar. Please, stop. Stop treating your age like a death sentence for your dreams. Take a breath, a real, deep, the clock is a Lear breath. Let no shatter the cage of your regret. I am not here to give you another inspirational quote about how age is just a number. I am here to tell you that the person you were 5 years ago couldn't handle the life you are about to build. You needed the detours. You needed the heartbreak. You even needed the lost years, where you felt like you were doing nothing but surviving. Do you realize, Lamb, to now much wisdom you've gathered while you were busy failing? Do you realize that the foundation you have, Zo, built from the bricks of your mistakes, is 1,000 times stronger than the one you would have had back then? You haven't missed your window. You are finally, for the first time, actually ready to walk through No. But Zo, No is time to stop looking back. No is time to claim the Joe. I am the version of you that knows that the most powerful thing we ever were was the one who refused to stop trying. I am the one who remembers that the stars don't care about your 30 under 30 lists. And I am telling you, right, Zo, from a place of fierce, unyielding, and absolute presence, that you are not behind, you are not too late, and the world doesn't have a cutoff point for your greatness. Wake up. Look at your life. No isn't over. No is just getting interesting. I didn't survive the almost and the could-have-beens of our past just so you could spend our present in a funeral for your youth. I didn't fight for our freedom just so you could build yourself a mental cage out of if-onlys. You think you have run out of time? You think the opportunity has passed you by? No, you are an American spirit, a lineage of people who understood that the only right time is the one you seize with your own two hands. You are the descendant of people who reinvented themselves at 40, 60, and 80. You come from a line of rebels who looked at a dead end and saw a new beginning. That blood, that fierce, sovereign, and unstoppable power is pounding in your heart right this second, demanding that you stop being a prisoner of the calendar. No, it doesn't matter. Lamb, to now new years you think you've wasted. All that matters is that you are still the one holding the pen. Stand up, square your shoulders. Let the world feel the weight of someone who has finally decided to start. Every regret you have is a lesson that you are finally ready to use. The wrong career? A lesson. The failed marriage? A lesson. The years of indecision. The fuel for your new conviction. The fear of being too old? The fear is just the indicator that you are finally about to do something that actually matters. The world wants you to stay quietly resigned. No wants you to stay predictable. No wants you to be a quiet consumer of your own disappointment. But I am telling you that you are a second act T that will blow them all away. No is time to stop being a has-been and start being a will-be. I need you to find that watch me bloom hunger again. I need you to find the courage to be a beginner in a world that is obsessed with being an expert. Your value isn't something that decreases with every birthday. No is something that deepens. You don't wait for the world to tell you no's your turn. You realize that the turn has been waiting for you the whole time. You don't wait for a comeback to be offered to you. You realize that every single morning is a comeback if you have the guts to claim no. Fight for the version of us that knows Lamb to now to start again in the dark. Fight for the joy that doesn't have an expiration date. Do not let another day pass where you treat your own life like a closing sale. You are the master of this narrative, and know it's time for you to write a chapter that makes the rest of the book look like a prologue. Go out there today. Look at the people who think you're settled and dare to surprise them. Look at the person in the mirror and tell Chung, we are just getting started and the best is yet to come. Because the version of you that was always meant for this moment is standing right here holding your hand, and I am never, ever going to let you give up on yourself again. I believe in you. I have always believed in you. Now, go and show Chung Lam Tenau to start. Now, bloom your timeless self.